YouTube audience, what's going on? Your boy back, Chad Elliott, Creationism and the Origin of Life, Facebook page. You know how I do it, man. Look, I have some serious questions about the Big Bang hypothesis.
It's the Big Bang model or the Big Bang theory. It's well above hypothesis by now due to the evidence that supports it. Correct terms, please, Chatty Cakes. Your stupid is showing through your vest.
And I'm going to make more videos showing you the big problems with the Big Bang.
Oh boy, this should be fun. I'm back at university in a month, so I'll have plenty of undergrad text on the Big Bang model. But don't worry, you continue with your little videos on the subject. To err is, after all, to be human. I look forward to your misunderstandings and misrepresentations of the model.
That's not what this video is about. This video actually is just a question. I'm not trying to bait anyone with this question. I'm not trying to trap anybody, so don't get scared. I just need some clarification about the model, about the theory, and it should be really simple for you guys to answer. I need someone to tell me if the virtual particle was in fact a tiny pinpoint of energy, or was the singularity a virtual particle?
Nothing to do with the Big Bang model. Sorry, it's just as simple as that. The Big Bang model starts at a singularity. It doesn't care about the singularity's origins or what exactly it was.
Not to get into too much detail, atheists have always asserted the following. They say there was absolutely pure nothingness. Then, unexplainably, a tiny pinpoint of energy suddenly popped into existence from this pure nothingness.
False. In fact, Fred Hoyle was really quite anti-religion, and he advocated the steady-state model, and later the quasi-steady-state model. Not all cosmologists, to actually be correct with our terminology here, think that there was nothing in the way you define it. Atheists existed before the Big Bang model was proposed, and will continue to exist if it is ever falsified. And what energy? Did you not pay attention to the Hawking program? He points out that the total energy of the universe seems likely to be zero. Therefore, this wasn't a pinpoint of energy, was it? Because that implies that the energy of the universe was not equal to zero.
This pinpoint of energy, which was smaller than the tip of a pencil,
actually it was infinitesimally small.
Then suddenly expanded for no reason.
Who says that it expanded for no reason?
So here's the problem, or here's the question. When you ask an atheist for proof or evidence that something can come from nothing, the only thing they ever attempt to produce is virtual particles.
Because that is an appropriate answer to the question, what is something that can come from nothing? Virtual particles exist because it is impossible for you to state that a field has precisely zero energy for a defined time period.
By doing so, they are obviously attempting to create confusion. Either that, or they are indirectly making the claim that a virtual particle is what popped into existence from pure nothingness and then created the entire universe.
No, really it's to point out that we have a precedent for something that you claim is impossible.
But virtual particles are only single subatomic pieces of matter.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong.
No, not all virtual particles are matter, i.e. particles with mass, if we use that definition. For example, virtual photons are responsible for magnetic fields and electrostatic forces. Photons are not matter, they are massless quanta of energy.
Let me repeat that. Virtual particles are only single subatomic pieces of matter. Okay? They're nowhere close to even being a real atom.
Neither are virtual pions, but that doesn't mean the nuclei in your body fly apart aghast at your assertion.
So, here's the question again that I need answered. This is the question. Was the singularity a tiny pinpoint of energy, or was it a virtual particle?
Not really either, as explained above.
I'm really trying to understand this crazy, whacked out hypothesis.
No, you dishonest scrote, you are not. If you did, you would have gone out and actually researched what the Big Bang model says, and you would have found that it starts at a singularity but makes no mention of how said singularity arose. That is something being investigated by theoretical physicists studying pre-Big Bang cosmology.
If the singularity was not a virtual particle, then why are people attempting to prove virtual particles can come from pure nothingness anyways? Why are they bringing it up? Why are they bringing it up?
I'm surrounded by idiots.
Shouldn't they be attempting to prove that a tiny pinpoint of energy can come from pure nothingness? I mean, why are we talking about virtual particles? I thought matter didn't even come about until after the energy expanded and then everything in the universe cooled down anyways.
Hallelujah! The boy has learnt something. This is something that played out in the comments section of my channel. I pointed him to a paper that explained the origin of matter in the Big Bang model. Initially, he point blank refused to read it, but he was acting a little out of sorts, I think, because he says he read it and seemed to accept what it has said. Praise the invisible pink unicorn. Then he shifted the goalposts, then he accused me of deleting the comments. Some things even her majestic pinkness cannot change.
It's insanity. So what are you talking about? As a side note, let me just say none of this really matters because the Big Bang had big problems, and the Big Bang hypothesis is bogus.
According to you, oh ye of little brains, you think that your assertions mean something against the overwhelming body of evidence, don't you? The humour remains at your expense, chatty cakes.
But if someone could help me out just to answer this first question, that would be great, and I'd really appreciate it. I look forward to hearing your reasonable,
Yes,
logical,
you're unlikely to accept it, but I think so.
respectful
Whoops!
answers. All right?
If you actually have an honest question, you would not be misrepresenting the Big Bang model to the extent that you are. This misrepresentation is above and beyond a simple misunderstanding.